広がる闇の中交わし合った革命のちぎり誰にも邪魔させるわけにはいかないから
As for myself, I am at the center of the SPK. You can address me as N.
Oh, that was delicious.
Didn't want to give too much smile.
That was perfect.
I started performing back in 1988, believe it or not, so I've got a lot of shows under my belt. Well, of course, the old famous Rama One Half, my character was Shampoo in that, so that was a real taste of it at that time. We've seen the anime blitz happen from day one, a lot of us actors, and it's really progressed incredibly since that time frame. So it's been a long haul, but it's been really fun. I was an associate producer for CBC in the past on a show named Disc Drive, and through that and through some training in that field in radio and whatnot, I got to understand what it was like to be behind the scenes, and I can really appreciate it from a production standpoint as a viewer as well as a performer. So the nuances that I bring to it are something that is an actor's position, but then to know what happens in production with the editing and the directing and the changes that take place, it's all part of it for me, so I enjoy knowing that too.
Was it Kira? Did Kira kill him? Come on, Roger! You've got to tell me!
I'm mainly a theater actor, so this is the first time I've had the pleasure of voicing a character for a series continually, and I've had lots of fun doing it. Actually, a good friend of mine, Vincent Tong, is on the show, and he used to tell me about the show and his sessions and stuff, and then when I got the show, I was a little bit briefed on the world of Death Note through him. Vincent definitely had some part in inspiring me to do voiceover work. Preparing for acting for theater and training is a lot to do with your voice and breath, so making the crossover to animation was actually quite easy and quite smooth because I'd done a lot of that work already.
I don't care what it takes. I'll beat Nier by any means necessary.
It's truly an honor to be working on a show with such a large fan base and so well received, so it's really an honor and pleasure.
I think that Nier is really sort of the person that ties everything in, and what I like about him too is the subtlety in his performance, because we don't really know what's going on with him. We don't know if he's going to explode. He never really does, but maybe he still will. We don't know. But that subtlety leaves the viewer to sort of wonder more about really what's happening, whether he actually is holding back, whether something's going to be given a little bit more information. And the fact that he's seemingly a genius, but is also sort of playing with his toys all the time is kind of like a bit of an unsettling thing about his character. And from my perspective as a performer, it's exciting so that I can play that subtlety a bit more than I would normally in a show that is more obvious with action.
I think I saw that Nier had a Carl doll in the mix, so you're not nervous about that, or
No, I'm fine with that.
sleep
Really.
at night okay? Or,
Yeah. I'm not voodoo.
I'm just telling you.
Well, I can relate to Mello in the fact that he definitely has a little bit of a sibling rivalry, and he definitely has a chip on his shoulder. And I grew up in a family of 4 kids, so I know what it's like to deal with all that kind of stuff, with wanting to be the best and wanting to get the attention of your parents. I myself am a kind of a shy person, and I don't usually get very aggressive, so it's fun to tap into that kind of stuff when I get to do it in the recording sessions.
Sito, go keep watch outside. It'll be very convenient for us that you can't be seen by humans. Go outside and keep watch. Got it?
Kind of love that. Fantastic.
Nier was challenging in a lot of ways because we get the information we get from Carl, the director, but then once we get into the character, we have to retain that kind of performance. And in his case, in some ways, there's so little that I have to give, and yet I have to jam-pack it with sort of intent, mystery, and leaving a little bit left over for speculation. So to keep that intensity going at that level is a bit of a challenge in some ways until you get into the flow of it.
Pass me the phone.
Great.
He's always in that zone, that kind of...
It's kind of true, yeah.
I think that's great because it leaves the viewer to constantly guess at this guy.
Oh, yeah.
So,
you never quite know what's going on.
yeah, I always want to go further with him to the point of being teed off, you know, but
I know. You want to.
you got to retain that.
Just hint at it.
Yeah.
I think Mello's driven by a lot of things. I think that he could have a couple screws loose in his head, but yeah, and definitely an inferiority complex, and just wanting to be the best. I think that that's something that just comes with your nature.
It's not just the notebook I'm after. I want to eliminate my competition. I will be the best. I don't care what it takes. I'll beat Nier by any means necessary.
Kind of nice. Cool. Excellent. I love his outfit. It just that's.
Is he wearing a feather boa?
Yeah. Or well, I think so. Yeah.
Styling.
Yeah.
Well, he's got that blonde hair. I think he looks great. In the last session we just did, he was wearing a feather boa, which was very fabulous.
I think it's a fantastic show. I mean, on all fronts. And my character Nier, of course, came in midway, so I didn't get to see the beginning of it or be part of it, actually. But the coloration is superb. Not just the contrast, but the actual color choices and some of the inflection of the neon colors that come in and out, the shadowing, the way that they sort of bring the camera close up to the eye, each person's eye.
Everything seems to fit into place.
You know, it sort of provides that mystery. So that's one thing. And then the content of the plot, the different levels of the psychology, the mystery, how the plot unfolds is really quite intricate. And I think it's really very, very advanced.
Yeah, the fact that it's on YTV and I could watch it on Friday nights with my dad, which I did, is definitely something that's a plus about the show and really exciting.
Second part's great. First part, just a tiny bit tighter now.
Oh, whatever, Carl.
Just do it, Wesley. Like that's not a stage name.
It's right.
Carl is great to work with. He's just fantastic. Carl's a fantastic combination of a director who always has a sense of humor about it, but he gets to the point quickly. He knows exactly what he's doing, and better still, he knows each actor really well.
Damn, I'm having a bad hair day. It's impossible to find a good conditioner.
He does that really well. Keeps us laughing, too.
Yeah, Kathy I've known for a very long time. And I think she did a really good job as Nier. And that, it was a difficult character because really Nier is more or less taking over from Elle. I mean, certainly visually sort of is reminiscent of Elle and, you know, has a certain similar speech pattern, way of analyzing. On the exterior, there's very little going on. He's playing with his toys and talking, but underneath there's all kinds of things going on. You know, playing this like a game of chess.
Sido, go keep watch outside.
A hint just a little stronger than that. That read was great. And just watch the outside, just the American out.
Out. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
1 second.
I definitely have two trouble words with my Canadian accent, which is about, out and about, and then sorry and sorry. I definitely screw those ones up a lot.
I'm truly sorry. For what it's worth, I give you my word that I never wanted to kill you.
Excellent. Really nice. You know, the first time I saw him in an audition, I thought, wow, this guy's really good. He sort of throws himself right in, you know, and he's a good actor. So I'm glad that he got the role, and I think he does a really good job.
I think what's great about the show, too, is that it does, like I said, it ties in with the times right now. So there is so much going on in the world in general. The elections in different countries that are happening, the sense of struggle with respect to the environment even, different societies, you know, good and evil. And I think what's interesting to me is how that's happening not only in communities, not only in the world, but what's happening in each individual and their own awareness, their own consciousness level, their own struggle with benevolence, you know, with the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, and, you know, how much am I a part of the society and how much is too much? So it's very timely.
I don't think that the Death Note has any place in the world that we live in today. Yeah, I think that would be a very bad idea.
I've already blown up the 2 entrances to this place. This will be your only warning. The next explosion will take out the entire building, as well as all your men inside. So you better do as I say.
I would love to thank the fans for all their support, because without you guys, there wouldn't be any shows. And it really drives us to do better and better and want to really perform well for you. So we so appreciate your input, you know, the things you say in the chat rooms and the buzz that starts to happen from watching and from talking about our shows. So we do it for you, and we have to really thank you for that. So thanks for the support.
Thank you all for watching the DVD, and thank you all for watching the show. It means a lot to all of us, and I hope you enjoy it. Was that okay? Was there anything in there you can use? I'm so sorry.